We are live. Okay.
I just let it sit there. I just let it sit there for too long. Mark, you got to share the camera with me.
Do I got to scoot in or no?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. We're moving in. So hold on a minute.
Scooch it.
Okay, you guys are ready?
Hey,
that's not the one. What are we doing?
That's
Christmas?
That's
Christmas
the
podcast.
Wrong one, man.
what was that?
That was another one.
You should have saw me.
Ready?
To the republic for which it stands.
One nation, under God.
Indivisible.
With liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the War Room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
And we are back once again into Saturday evening, and we are tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. And joining me tonight is the gunslinger.
Yes, the high cold desert of southern Idaho.
High cold desert. And we have the Cajun cowboy.
What up?
It's good to have you back, sir.
Yeah, it's just getting rare, man. It's just, but it's okay. I had a lot of work to do today, but I'm like, it ain't even the 20th yet. I don't have to do work.
We don't have to do that till like the 28th.
Yeah, it gets the 20th, then I'm panicked. I got to do a whole month's worth of work. Right now,
The thing is, you know, he always sounds like he's panicking, but it's what he does every month.
Yeah,
it's kind of like how you work.
It is panic, but it's self-imposed panic. But I work good under pressure, and
yeah,
I'm like, oh shit.
So we'll come back to you just in a minute, Mark, gunslinger.
Mark, sure, whatever.
Gunslinger, whatever we want to call you. So are you ready to announce your big news?
What is that? Oh, the podcast?
Yeah, your podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take the crown from you here. You got to announce it yourself.
I should have brought my intro music.
You should have. Go ahead and you can just repeat it for us. Right
No. Yeah, you got to hear it. I don't want to take away from
So where can they find your podcast? What's it called?
Forgotten American. And I've been sitting there, man. I've been first podcast to start out. We got issues. I got audio issues. I got scheduling issues, and I got format issues. So I'm full of issues.
Aren't we all?
And so it took, I don't know. I finally just did one today. I'm like, just do one. And so it'll be uploaded probably tomorrow.
So how long is it?
40 minutes.
How long did it take you to do a 40-minute podcast?
40 minutes.
Okay. I just was making sure. I wasn't sure.
I did pause it at one time, and it probably has a funny transition now. We're going way too deep, but
okay.
Pretty much it's just go with it. It took a couple hours to find the clips I wanted.
Where can they find your podcast?
I don't know. That's still up for, we don't know.
We're planning on iTunes.
It's in iTunes already.
And Spotify, hopefully?
I think so.
For all you Android users?
I think so.
Okay, now what's it going to be about? Give us an overview. Man, people got to know what they're looking for.
Just whatever I feel like talking about. This one, we're talking about the election. We're talking about what's up. Where we stand right now.
Right.
Good lawsuits, bad lawsuits, what I think's going. We just got an order from a judge that looks good. Anyway, I don't want to do the whole thing here.
No, I get you.
We talk a little bit about the vaccine, and we talk a little bit about the Great Reset. And it's one of those where I kept putting it off. I'm like, put it off. I'm like, just say what's on your mind and get it over with, and then take the time and do an hour on this show, on this topic, do an hour on that topic, do an hour on whatever you want. But I'm like, if you sit here, keep waiting to do it, it's never going to happen. So I just turned on the mic.
I'm proud of you.
Went to town.
I'm proud of you.
You hadn't heard it yet. You might not be.
No. We've been, it's taken you a few months to work up to this.
Well, it's been some problems. I had to get the equipment, then I got the equipment, then it broke. Then I had to learn what to do with the equipment. Then I had to get all the equipment, had to get it all set up. I had to learn everything, and don't sound like it's much. No, but when you start doing audio editing and
Remember
dealing
when,
with the whole roadcaster.
yeah.
And then it blew up. So then I had to get another one. And then I had to start over. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't even doing it.
And I'm going to
Hit
say,
record.
you've got it easy because you started with the Roadcaster.
Yeah.
My other thing that I used to remember when I used to just cuss about that all the time.
Hey, I was here, that little box.
Oh, but everyone's got to get their mouth right up to the microphone.
Yeah.
Dang it. And then some people wouldn't record. I think we did a whole podcast where we didn't record you
Yeah,
for like the whole podcast.
I think we went like
Yeah.
30 some minutes into it and before we realized it.
Yeah, I called you. I'm like, dude,
You can't hear Mark.
he's a whisper in the background, which I almost was today. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it took a lot to get here, and it's still not what I want it to be, but I don't care. It's free.
It'll grow.
It's free, and it's going to change. It's going to grow. And
We are going to push the crap out of it.
I started to bring my gear over here and put you on it and said, man, let's
You could have.
talk about them aliens, man.
We could have. That would have been freaking cool. I would have been all over that. So what about you,
Oh,
Mr.
we got to do an alien show. All right. So,
Okay, you let me know. I'm in.
all right.
Okay. So what about you, Mr. Gunslinger? What have you been up to?
Cursing out customers pretty much.
Cursing out. Should you
Well,
say
I mean,
that?
in my mind, you know.
Do I need to bleep that out?
No,
or
I
something?
didn't actually do it. I didn't say anything. I just in my mind, that's what I'm doing.
Have you ever dealt with a customer and then like went in the back and like had to punch something?
Yeah, actually. I strangle the air a lot, you know, like there's something actually there to
Right.
strangle. But
Do you got any ammo?
we got a little bit in on Monday, got a little bit in yesterday.
Right.
A lot of shotgun stuff still.
That's bird season.
Yeah. But yeah, a little bit of 9, like just some personal defense rounds, some 223 like VMAX bullets, which everybody doesn't understand is more for like hunting stuff. It's not for shooting out of your AR. You know,
They don't care. They just
go-
want whatever they can get.
well,
their
I mean,
hands
I
on.
don't want to shoot a $23 20 round box of ammo. You know, like
I have
That's
I'm
all of
like-
them now, though.
there's
I have people, and you've seen it before, and it's even worse now. Come to my class, the permit classes where they have to shoot 100 rounds, and they're shooting nothing but like straight up, like
Yeah.
one guy was shooting straight up buffalo boar defensive
grief.
ammo,
Yeah.
all 100 rounds, and I'm like, oh, holy crap!
yeah, I did. I mean, I get it if that's all you can get, but man,
Yeah.
What
that's
caliber was that?
expensive.
I think one guy was shooting like 45. I think. I mean,
Okay.
they're just going all out though. I mean, and that buffalo boar ain't cheap.
No, it ain't.
Yeah.
I've never shot it.
And he had like multiple, like he had like 10 little square box. He had a whole bag of them. And I'm
Mhm.
like, holy crap.
Yeah, there was a guy that actually looked at it and he's like, "Is this really $23 a box?" I said, "Yeah." Well, he's like, "That's ridiculous."
No,
I'm
that's
like,
normal price.
I said, "That's normal price for that type of stuff."
Yeah.
He's like, 223. I was like, "Look, it's not just 223. It's
Right.
VMAX bullet.
Yeah.
It's designed for hunting. It's 53 grain. It's not
Blowing
it's
up
not
a
full
rock
metal
chip.
jacket. You know,
Yeah.
just shooting
Yeah. It's not.
anything.
It's not just range plunkers.
exactly."
Yeah.
So people just don't understand. I mean, and you can tell a lot of times that they're just
They just don't know.
they're oblivious.
They're
yeah.
new.
Yeah.
So, are you getting tired of me sending in people looking for firearms yet?
No, I
Because
just
I'm
I
sending
actually
them
I
in.
wish we had them. I mean,
I
'cause-
know, and I tell them that
Yeah.
when I send them in, I say they'll be shoot a bunch of my guns, and they're like, "I like this. Okay, you like it? Well, I'm going to go buy one." I said, "Oh well, you can try."
Yeah.
I said, "You'll find them, but this is where you need to go look, and you just need to keep going back because they aren't going to have it probably when you go in. I guarantee you, $100 says they're not going to have it when you go in."
Well, the sad thing is, you sent that lady in just the other day,
Yes.
and we have a 9 easy,
Yeah.
but we're sending it back
'Cause of the recall.
recall. So Yeah.
That's cruel.
Yeah.
I think I'd buy it and let me send it back.
right.
So is that recall, trying to get off track here, is that recall just on the 9s or is it on the 380s?
No, it's on the 380 and the 9.
But you had one that fell within the
yeah, it was within those serial number
day
deals,
codes
so,
type
yeah.
stuff. Gotcha.
And there was only 2 guns that actually had a problem, but Smith wanted to recall the whole, within that time period.
That's pretty stand up though, really.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
is.
Sig wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So what was the problem with him?
Yeah.
So the metallurgy or whatever you want to call it of the hammer, the company that makes the hammer for Smith is I don't know. They had a flaw in
it was like splitting or
the
something.
casting or whatever it was.
breaking.
And it was breaking the hammer, but it only did it on 2 guns. So
But I don't know that it was necessarily unsafe. It was just breaking it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're doing this, and we've done this almost 4 weeks straight now. We've actually been on YouTube Live. Yeah.
Okay.
Almost didn't happen today.
Don't jinx it.
Don't jinx it. But so I'm going to read some of the comments up here. Brett says they need to box up some of my reloads and put those on the shelf.
Hey, they're starting to look pretty good.
Yeah, I was just telling him before you got here. I said, we need to get some of them reloads, man. Look at him.
Stay out of my stash.
He's sitting over here like Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, I come out here. I come out here every morning and do
Lay on your
He
reload.
probably like lays on the ground and just puts them all over his body.
I do. Every evening I go in and take a bath in them. I got them all upstairs in my bathtub. I lay in there. Meanwhile, I'm going to die 20 years early. Yeah,
Right.
because
Lead poisoning
or something. But so what kind of guns are you getting in there? Anything?
We're
It's still
still
spotty.
we're still getting in a little bit of Springfield stuff.
Really?
We actually still have some Hellcats. We have, well, yesterday at least. I don't know if we'd still do today, but we had a couple 365 still of the SIGs. And I mean, everybody comes in and says we're the only place in town that can keep them in. So maybe that's a good thing, but they're just not staying in as long as I'd like them to.
Well, at least they're getting sold, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what they're there for.
Well, some places in town get their best product and sell it online,
Yeah.
and you never get a chance. The
Right,
local people
yeah,
don't get a shot at it.
exactly.
Yeah.
We know a few of those, right?
Yeah, there's some of them.
Yeah. So and no primers, no nothing still.
No primers. No. Bullets, we're starting to get to the point where it's the same people coming in buying, like all of the ammo. So
I don't. I come in a lot, but I've really only bought like ammo from you guys like once.
Yeah, well, it's because we never had
I
it.
missed it on the other days.
But I mean, so we're kind of getting to the point where if it's really popular, like a 9 or 223 or something like that, we're putting it behind the counter and we're selling it one box at a time.
Don't tell the secret.
So
I found that secret.
Well,
I know where
it's
you
just,
store
and we're
that
just trying
crap.
to spread it out more, to where more people can get to it.
I'm the guy that comes in and kind of leans up against the counter and goes, "What's back there in that box?"
Yeah, I think we're going to put a curtain up, around
That's right.
so people can't see
There's
it.
going to be a sign that says "Keep Todd out."
You have to put a dog back behind that counter.
Yeah. There's been a few dogs. Henry's dog's been behind that counter.
Well, I lucked out. I keep talking about the ammo that I purchased before all this started. It's going to start rolling in on Monday.
Are you sure?
It is. I got confirmation.
confirmation?
UPS. It is
Wow.
on its way.
Yeah, I hope it's better than the Xbox.
They
They keep sending confirmations. Yeah, it's been delayed. It's been delayed.
no. Mine's coming from a guy over in Utah, and I still got it for that good price I paid before.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, so I can't remember what it was, but it's like I have to break it down per round. But I spent like $500 something for 3,000
Well,
rounds.
next time I come over, I'm bringing my stocking and you can just put some stuffers.
I'm just sticking a
stocking
handful
stuffers.
of lead bullets in there.
I'll take them.
Oh, these are all reloads or what?
No. This is new ammo. It's new ammo. I just had to
Factory?
wait. Yeah, from his factory. Yeah. So he's got a little. I'm not going to throw the name out there,
Right.
Because that's my in. But
But I'm saying if it's in a nice box, you could make a tidy profit.
I'm not going to. I'm going to keep.
Or just put some in my stocking. I'm just
So you can make a tidy profit.
No, I actually took a pretty cool picture the otll day. I took all my 9mm ammo, dumped it all on the floor in a big old pile.
Did you bathe in it?
No, but
No.
I took a picture. It's a pretty cool picture actually, but I started counting it. Like I wanted to know how much I actually have.
Yeah.
I got to about 100 rounds and I'm like, screw this. There's way too much to count.
My wife's got a picture of me rubbing it on my chest. Kidding.
The baking grease or the
Both.
Oh,
And the 9mm.
He's telling us that to try and keep us from getting his reloads, but I'm not falling for it.
So I was poking around on Facebook today while I was waiting for one of my classes to start, and I've heard that you could do this, but I wasn't quite sure how. And so I saved all the discussion, the threads, and I'm going to go back and check them out tomorrow. But found a place, some instructional site, and some people that know how to actually reuse and make good again, reload old primers, and add a priming compound to them, and stick everything back together and reuse old primers.
whoa.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about maybe
You're starting to get.
thinking about trying. I'm a mad
I don't think
scientist.
you're not that desperate, are you?
I might try it. I might try a few just to see what happens.
All right. Well, call
What?
the paramedics and have them on standby just in case.
I don't think it'll be that. Hopefully, it won't be that.
Yeah,
bad.
he's starting to sound like this story's starting to sound like. Let me tell you how this happened.
And then when I lost this finger,
That's right. It was that one day I was trying to put that anvil back in that primer,
Yep.
and I dropped the bucket of priming compound. So my gun should be in sometime, shouldn't it?
yeah, I figured it would be in this week.
I
but,
don't care. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know the FFL or the when we were sharing it with the companies and stuff, like lately
Yeah.
we've been doing a few transfers, and
You told me there were some difficulties
for
there
some
getting it
reason it's
across.
not. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not able to open it on their end or something. I don't know. So I think
anyhow,
hopefully we got it figured out.
hopefully next week. And then I was so excited to mount my red dot up there, but I still cannot find one of those stupid number 5 adapter
I
plates.
still think you should machine it yourself.
And I went online. I did go online and I got a bunch of pictures of it. And I went and found some of the best, pictures front, back, tried measurements and everything. As soon as it comes in, I'm going to take it to a guy who I know who owns and runs a machine shop.
Does it come with any plates?
No.
Which is just weird because I know like Glocks will give you 4 or 5 different plates.
I can say I got a couple of guns with a stack of plates. I don't know if they work.
I don't
You
think
might
so.
be able to modify them.
Oh, possibly. How much you want for that plate? You're like 3,000 rounds. Oh man. So I had a couple. Actually, I had a bunch of classes this week. And there's a couple gals that took my class, and they a couple older ladies, and they had such a great time. They showed up on Monday and they came back again on Friday, and they came out literally with a truck full of guns.
Really?
Yeah, so they'd gone out and they'd each bought a couple pistols. They each had their own Glock, and they came out with a Hellcat, and they had a bunch of rifles that were their dad's and whatnot. And they wanted me to like lay them all out and show them how to shoot them. And they wanted me to shoot it first, and they were going to see if they thought they should shoot it. And they shot the rifles and went through all the handguns. They absolutely had a blast.
The number one rule when you bring out all those guns: keep the one on you loaded at all times.
Yeah.
Don't shoot all your ammo.
Yeah.
That's a nice collection you got there.
But they had some really cool. They had some really cool old guns. One of them, that was real old. He had some really old shotguns that we didn't fire. They were like, they literally looked like a pipe with a wood stock on it.
Oh,
They were some cool like old lever action shotguns and stuff. And one of them one of the rifles that they had that I really liked was a it was a Winchester lever action. It was like 1951, and it was let me look at here before I mess it up. It was a
Model 94 or
yeah, I got it right here. I took a picture of it because I won't remember all that stuff. You know how I am. It was a Model 94 32 Winchester.
Oh, I have one of those.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
How are they to shoot? I didn't get it.
They're
We didn't
pretty
shoot
neat.
that one. They didn't have any ammo for
Yeah,
that
I
one.
have a 32 special. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Basically just like a 30-30, pretty much. I mean, the round,
Right.
Not much different, but mine was made in November 1941.
Oh,
So,
cool.
Yeah. It was like 1 month before the Pearl Harbor deal. So
You gotta just love those lever actions.
Yeah.
Lever actions are cool. It's
I'm
kind
a
of like
sucker for lever action.
it's kind of like your big revolver. You know, the one that would you call it? You have like a guy's name.
A big revolver.
No, like you have like a revolver that you think is just cool. Click, click, click.
Oh, the Evil Roy.
The Evil Roy. Yeah, and you just gotta love. I love them old lever
I
actions.
bought that just for that. Bought a lever action just for that. Never shot the
I
thing.
could sit there.
just playing them.
I could just sit there and just ratchet that lever action back and forth all day long.
Yeah.
It's cool, man. It's a bonanza.
Yeah, this was my great grandfather's. I think.
Oh, was it?
Or my great grandfather's. And there's a picture. So I have a bear head that he shot, and then there's a picture of him with the bear holding the rifle. So I have the rifle, the bear head, and the picture with them all together.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. I kind of like that. But
That is cool. Old black and white photo.
yep, all black and white photo.
No, that's awesome.
Where would you get the bear?
It's local. I think it was up north of Boise somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Just shooting bears and boys.
Well, he shot. So this is back then.
That's our mascot, man.
Apparently, you shoot if you shoot the female, you have to shoot the cubs too. So there's 2 cubs in the picture as well.
Back then.
Back then.
Yeah. Now
Now it's like big no.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna probably die anyway.
Well, yeah, but
so
I don't think you can. Well, yeah.
anyhow, turn this into the Fish and Game podcast.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, James, lever action. Isn't that older than 1911? James took a 1911, and I forget which one it was. He'll probably chime in, I'm sure. He took one of his 1911s. He took it. He had it all milled out, and he put a red dot on it.
Didn't he say it was a Springfield?
I don't know which one
I can't
it was.
remember. I listened to that podcast.
He'll jump in there, and he got it, and he went out and shot it this week. He says it is freaking awesome. Put a little micro red dot on it. So mixing the old with the new.
Yeah.
Springfield professional.
At least he spelled professional right.
Yeah. Yeah, he likes some red dots, and he likes some 1911s even more.
Well, I mean, if I was going to mill one, I don't know if I'd go professional.
Yeah.
In a Rock Island, man. Grind it down.
Kimber. Oh, you put a 507K Holo Sun on there.
Yeah.
But,
I had one of those TRP operators. It was a little too. This thing weighed like 5 pounds. I had to get rid of it, and it was a little too nice.
That's why you got rid of it, because it was too nice.
It was. I wasn't ever going to move it, and I just let it sit there, and then it's so heavy, and it only has like a few rounds. I'm like, nah, but it was beautiful.
Nice.
Anyway,
so I don't know if I don't think it was James that jumped up and said anything. I don't think it was him, but I put a post on Facebook early in the mornings. I like to go down when it's still dark, and I like to run. And I went down to my running spot, the trailhead way down in the canyon the other day, and there was absolutely nobody out there.
I remember. I know what you're talking about now.
And the reason why I bring this up is because I want to talk about carrying a gun and if it should make you like super brave or not, because you saw some of the comments, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. So anyhow, I showed up, and it's completely dark down there because it's in the canyon, but it's out in the desert, away from all ambient light, you name it. And I show up, and sitting, there's a concrete pad, and there's like an outhouse. And sitting in the very corner, I mean, it's pitch black down there. It was no sun up or anything. There's what looks to be like a flickering little candle. And it's on the corner of the pavement. It's sitting there just flickering back and forth. And trust me, as soon as I pull in, I didn't see any cars on the way in. There was no one in the parking lot. My eyes are glued to this thing. What is that? And I pull up, and I park my truck, and I shut it off, and I'm looking. I make sure the doors were locked. I don't know. I see weird people down there sometimes. I look over there, it's just flickering. I'm like, what the hell is that thing? So I got out of my truck, and I walked over to it. I was like, I'm going to check this out. It took me about 10 minutes. But I walked over there and looked, and it was a little electronic candle is what it looked like. And it was, the light was made to flicker. It looked like a flame. And everything seemed cool. So I just went and got in my truck and waited for it to get light so I could go run. I don't try not to run in the dark with my headlamp because I'm liable to trip on a rock and no one will find me. I'll break a hip or something. And so I posted that up there. Said, "Man, it's weird. This is like weird stuff,
Get
right?"
them old man fears. I might break a hip, man.
I might. But I'm like, and I posted. I said, "There's some creepy stuff down there. Ha ha ha. This is creepy. This is what's saying. Something's going on down there, right?" And so people jumped in there, and they're like, "You have a gun. Why are you afraid? Isn't that why you carry a gun, big boy?" And I'm like, "What the hell's wrong?
I don't want to shoot nobody.
What the hell's wrong with people?" And I put a post.
So did the hairs on your back of your neck kind of stand up?
It was.
You got that weird.
It was weird.
This doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it was a weird vibe.
Yeah.
And so I posted. I responded on Facebook. It kind of caught me off guard and kind of irritated me a little bit. And it's like, maybe some people meant it jokingly, but I don't think some people did. I think they were being kind of snarky and just kind of, they had different meaning behind it. And you shouldn't carry a gun. Just because I carry a gun doesn't make me brave. And it shouldn't empower me to go to those places where maybe I shouldn't be, right? If I posted, if I pulled if I pulled into that parking lot and there wasn't a light there, right? But there was some dude like laying on the ground. Am I going to go up and like poke him with the stick and say, "What the hell are you
Don't
doing?"
make me shoot you, man.
I mean, no, I mean, I'm not. That's not what I'm going to do. It shouldn't empower me to make me brave to go do something like that. Carrying a firearm, you should actually probably avoid situations where you're going to have to use the firearm, right?
I mean, that's like the Scooby-Doo thing. Okay. Hear me out on this.
Okay, Scooby-Doo interests me.
Okay. Something goes on, right? The gang's like, oh, we better split up and investigate.
Right.
It's like, why? You're just like, you're looking for something bad to happen.
Right.
So, and you're not out looking for bad, you're out there to get your run in, do all that. You're not looking for anything bad to happen. So why would you, be the brave guy and go out and figure out what's going on?
Yeah. And I mean, it shouldn't empower you. Your situational awareness should be up at a higher level. You should be avoiding situations where you might have to use your gun. Mm-hmm. And if that, I don't, there's so many people, and I see a lot of people in my class. They are looking for a reason and a time and a place.
They're missing the whole point. It's the last line of defense.
Yes.
If you can run.
Yeah.
Don't shoot unless you have to. Unless you were about to lose your life. Other than that, run.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Don't put yourself in that situation.
If I wouldn't go there without a gun, I'm not going to go there just because I have a firearm. That shouldn't make me
you're not going to drive
brave.
into like the bad part of, LA County or someplace looking for a fight. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
So,
well, not only that, if it's not last line of defense, you may be in some serious legal trouble.
Oh, yes. Yes.
If you can get out of there, get out of there.
Yep.
Any situation.
Yep. Every single time. But
yeah, that's true. James he's got a point.
But anyhow, that's what stood out to me this week. Just the fact that there's so many people out there that just because they have a gun, they feel like they should be able to go do this. Why are you scared? Don't be a chicken. And that's because of, and I hate to say this because it's a money thing, but because of the constitutional carry law, I understand that people have the right to carry, and I fully get behind that. But there's so many people that will carry without going and taking a class and maybe hearing that side of it, that they feel like they're empowered to just go out and do whatever. They don't think about the ramifications. They don't think about stuff. Mm-hmm. I haven't had to shoot anyone. I've had to draw my firearm. I've been in a situation where I've actually had to draw my firearm. And I tell you what, I don't want to relive that. If I can avoid that, I want to avoid that with every ounce of my being. I don't want to go there again.
Mm-hmm. And I hear it all the time at the gun counter when when somebody's about to buy a firearm, we ask for their ID and if they have a concealed weapons license.
Yeah.
They say, well, this is Idaho. You don't need one. And I say, well, that's true, but it's definitely helps, and it's good to know, what you can and can't do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, usually I'll talk them into at least considering it. So.
I appreciate that.
Well, yeah.
I appreciate that. So nothing's come up at the store you want to talk about or anything like that? Nothing breaking, cutting news.
No, new stores. It's getting there. I mean, new stores coming together. So hopefully we'll have product to put on the shelf when we open. So
hopefully
it's gonna be a lot bigger store,
a lot bigger gun to firearms department.
Probably about 2.5-3 times bigger than what we have now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man.
I hope that's what we're.
And you guys sell
doing archery
range, everything.
Yep.
It'd be like a full-on freaking Cabela's in Twin Falls.
Yeah, right in the middle. Surrounded by electrical, plumbing, animal feed,
baby chickens.
Yeah.
Ducks.
Is this going to be close to the same location?
Yeah, it's just a mile west from where we're at.
It's in the old Kmart.
Oh, okay.
Haven't you been by over there?
No.
Oh, it don't even look like the old Kmart anymore. That's totally, they've tore down that freaking everything.
We gutted
the place.
Yeah, we're growing. We're about, the store square footage, we're about almost triple what we are now.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
about 80,000 some square feet.
What'd you say?
I knew I should have bought Kmart when I had the chance.
What about you, sir? Is there any fast breaking news? What are we looking forward to here with Biden and Trump and everything else? You're our line into the political part of it.
I
just go for it.
kind of went over the whole thing
So-
like for 40 minutes before I got here.
Are we going to lose are we losing? Is Biden going to take it? I mean, what's happening? He's coming after our guns. He wants to tax the crap out of us.
He does. Well, I read one paper. I don't know what's up with it. There's so much disinformation out there that he's wanting to have a tax stamp on every firearm and magazine, that any firearm that can carry more than 10 rounds. I don't know how that works. And any magazine that can carry over 10 rounds, he wants a $200 tax stamp on it. That's just insane. If he can't stack the court, he can forget that. That's not going to fly. But it shows you how insane this dude is.
Right.
He's insane. You saw him. He broke his foot supposedly coming out of the shower, pulling his dog's tail. Come on.
What's this dog doing in the shower?
What was he doing in the shower? He was pulling what in the shower and he broke his foot? What?
He said the dog's tail, but he's a well-known old pervert.
Is that a code for something else?
I don't know, but supposedly he broke his foot that way. Then he actually tells that story with a straight face. Then he come out and had an interview with Kamala saying that if they disagree too much, then he'll do what he's got to do. He'll come down with an illness and resign. I'm like, shit, man. He don't even know when to keep the quiet stuff quiet. He's losing his mind. So that's kind of where we're at. The election itself is still up in the air. I still think Trump's going to do it.
You'd know better than me because I frankly, it's important, but I frankly have grown tired of it.
Yeah, it's a road. People that watch it closely, oh man, you got to turn your phone off sometimes because they'll, what's this mean? What's that mean? Like, oh man, calm down, man. And they calm down. And
it depends on where you get your news.
But in 2000, Bush versus Gore, every state court and every federal court went Gore's way until they got to the United States Supreme Court. Okay, so it don't matter until it's over. I kind of think we're going to do it without this court.
Right.
I think the state legislature is going to do it.
That'd be sweet.
So I have kind of a thought on the tax thing that they're talking about.
Yeah.
Because there's already talk, and actually some places are doing it. Like Seattle, I believe, is doing like a tax on ammo.
Yeah.
And people, so
what ammo?
Well, yeah, I mean, what ammo? But
they're going broke.
But people are complaining that they don't want tax on this, they don't want tax on that. But I also see that people are paying 90 cents a round for a 9mm. So, yeah. I mean, are they really that upset about the tax on ammo? Because if they're willing to pay it, then I don't really see it.
Well, they actually voted to legalize marijuana.
Yeah, I saw that the
with the tax.
Yeah. The House did. Yeah,
they got to have that tax anyway. Sorry.
Well, I think if people are buying ammo, like what you're saying, outrageous prices right now, anyway, and they are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the tax idea, but they say we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. If they tax the ammo, guess who's going to buy it?
Right.
They're still going to buy it.
Yeah.
They're still going to do it.
That's the thing. Is like I just don't understand it. I mean, whatever.
Don't even know what to think after.
Well, I mean, how do you explain that? You know,
right?
It's taxation or higher prices. Either way, you're paying high prices.
I don't have any high cap magazines or anything like that. They can't tax me.
No, I don't have any of that.
I don't. None of that. I reload all these rounds and I literally just throw the bullets. They fit in a slingshot really well.
I do a single shot, just one round at a time.
Do you? Oh, you got one of those little bolt action pistols?
It's
sweet
bolt action. Yeah,
nice.
It's actually just a pipe and a piece of PVC. Yeah.
James said he had to give up his firstborn for a box of hollow points the other day.
Lord.
Yeah, it's just about come to that. I mean,
yeah,
that's ridiculous.
So what's the hubbub at the store as far as what are you hearing from people when they come in? I mean, what are they talking to you about? Because I've been there. People come up to the gun counter and they talk to you. Well, what are their fears? What are they saying?
It's there's the taxation thing on the magazines, which surprisingly we're keeping in magazines pretty well.
Got any HK magazines down there?
No, those are expensive, man.
No, they were. Yeah,
looking for that 8-rounder.
That's right. I'm looking for a 4-rounder.
There is, you get a lot of political stuff coming in, and they're talking about it. But then there's also people that walk in, they walk right over the ammo aisle. Obviously, they've been there before because they know right where to go, and they look at it and they go, throw their hands up and get all mad, and they're like, where are you guys hiding all your ammo? And I'm just like, when you find out, will you tell us? Because
how many years did we tell people to buy ammo?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, they should have known from the last time when Obama was in office.
I'm going to make them mad. I had my podcast gear set up on a table, and it was far too big. And I found one of these little ones because it was a foldable, and I found one of these little ones. So I swapped it out, and I was moving that table out and putting another table in. That table hadn't been there long, but I had to move some stuff around to get to it. And I found 1,000 rounds of 9mm. That's what you get when you stock up on ammo.
Damn.
Yeah.
You just find 1,000 rounds like Christmas.
It is. And I think that there's a lot of people, that stocked up on ammo. I mean, I think there is, but it's just the fact that they're still stocking up on it. Mm-hmm. They're just buying it to buy
I'm
ammo.
not buying any because it's too much. Like
I don't want to say the word hoarding. That's kind of what they're doing, but you know what? Then again, I'm doing the same thing.
I'll do what I have to do, but I got enough to last for a while.
Not me. I want more. Oh, I do have a lot, but I want more.
I was going to say.
I want more.
You got more 9 than.
Oh, I got more 9.
You got tons of 9.
And that's just that's just like a week's worth of reloading prep over there.
Yeah. You loaded on 9.
Yes. I've got a few. But so the hubbub is they're worried about the tax. They worried about what do they think is going to happen? Do they talk to you about Trump and Biden? Do they think Biden's got it?
They don't mention Trump or Biden at all. Usually it's what's going on, like who's doing what, but they're not saying Biden or Trump in particular. It's just
shit. The ATF's off the hook, man.
Yeah, there's certain things that they're mentioning that those individuals are doing, but not by name or anything. So
they say they're coming for the braces. What else are they coming for now?
Oh gosh, who knows? I mean,
they're something else, something new. I just heard they were coming after.
I missed that one. If it was new.
Oh, those solvent
solvent traps.
Those are gone.
Oh yeah,
they're cracked down on those. They're going for the braces. I mean,
to make a phone call.
Every man for himself.
That's right.
I did not make Peter buy that, by the way.
What gun did Peter?
It's a tactical shotgun. I think I think
shit! I got one for sale. You should have come.
I can't remember. I sell so many guns. I can't remember what I sold anybody. I think that's what it was, though.
There was, and we're bouncing all over the place. My mind's going about that everywhere today. So I had a couple stop by today for a class this afternoon, and they stayed extra long just because we were having too damn good of a time. And the woman had never shot a handgun before, and this was like a bucket list thing for her. And her husband had shot one years ago, but had shot some shotguns and stuff in the past. And I put them on the steel, and they were just laughing like little kids, man. They enjoyed the hell out of shooting that steel, just plinking it. He loved my trigger and my VP9, by the way. He absolutely loved that thing. But we spent like an extra hour and a half out there just shooting. It was their ammo.
What kind of load did it have in it?
What, the
shotgun?
Well, he didn't shoot the shotgun today, but he'd shot shotgun in the past, so he hadn't really shot handgun.
Oh, so she didn't shoot a shotgun today?
No, she hadn't shot anything. She wanted to shoot a handgun.
Oh,
so I took all my handguns, and they went and they bought, which is awesome. They wanted to be extra prepared. They had like 2 boxes of like every handgun caliber out there.
Good grief!
Wow.
And because they haven't bought a handgun yet, and they don't know what they're going to buy, and they figured they could sell it or pass it off to the kids or whatever. But they had, I mean, you name it. They
should sell some of it, then get one. Buy a gun with the ammo that they bought.
They should. But no, they had an absolute blast. Just, they love shooting this. That guy was just laughing like a little kid. He absolutely loved it. It's kind of fun to watch.
Do they know what they want?
Yeah. So I think they ended up like, I think she's still trying to decide a little bit, but I think she's leaning toward a easy.
Yeah.
Everyone likes the EZs.
Yeah.
Everyone likes the EZs. So she's leaning toward an EZ, and I'm not quite sure what he wants. I think he was more worried about what she wanted to buy, but he liked the 2.0, the M&P 2.0. He really liked the VP9, and I explained to him that wasn't a stock trigger. So he wasn't going to get that, but he's going to be at my permit class this next Saturday. And I explained to him that I will have a stock VP9 that he can shoot, and he can,
if by chance you don't get yours, like I'll bring
Okay.
mine over for you. If you
Okay, cool. And I'll go ahead and take that one down and get the slide machined out for a.
Want. No, you won't.
Come on now. So,
Um,
but I think he really likes the VP9, but they had an absolute blast. It was so much fun, and having people that have never really shot handguns before or at all, they're easy to teach, right?
Yeah.
No,
They don't have bad habits.
No bad
yeah.
habits. No bad habits.
Yeah. I could bring my 40 over and let them shoot the 40.
Do you need some 40 ammo? They have like
well,
three.
see, that's where I'm going. Is that they probably won't like it, so then they're going to want to get rid of that ammo. Then I'll be like, hey,
I will hit them up and tell them, because if they don't know anyone that has it, they may sell it to you.
okay.
And I know a couple of gals who got some 40. The other ladies that have come last week, they had some 40 ammo. I don't know how they ended up with it, but they don't have any 40s, and they're talking about needing to get rid of it.
Well, if they need, I'll even trade them some 9 for it if they want.
They would absolutely love that. Red dot, yeah.
You trading 1 for 1?
Man, I don't know.
Nines
mean,
and
Hey,
high
you
demand.
said it. Not you said it.
40s are
Not me.
usually a little higher anyway. So
Well, nines in high demand right now.
Nine's
Right.
high.
It
Nine
is.
millimeter. You pay more for 9mm right now than you do 380
45.
yeah,
or even 45.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I probably would just because I want to stock up on 40 a little bit. But
they probably would, because I
I
think
mean,
those.
depending on how much they have. you
Yeah,
know.
I think those two are gonna. They got at least.
If it's 100 rounds, I'll just.
They might have like
I'll probably do
150 rounds.
I got a box of 150 round box of Winchester forged. It's that steel case 9mm.
No,
I'll
it'll go
swap
bang
them
in their
out.
guns. They shoot
Yeah.
Glocks and Hellcats. It'll go bang all
Yeah.
day in them.
I'll just swap them out with for that.
So
Yeah.
I'll let them know, because I think they're going to be back. So they enjoy it's. It's really, and I guess everything that's going on, but I've been staying pretty darn busy. Now I don't have any much scheduled yet for next week, but we are getting kind of close to Christmas, and so it'll probably slow down a bit. But I still have like 23 or 24 people signed up for my next permit class, and we're talking cold, man. It's getting cold out, and that's pretty good for me.
Yeah, it's kind of nice out there though.
It is, but it's bound to.
It's cold in the shade.
Have you got your stove fired up yet? out there?
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything because I don't know. I didn't get anything else built.
Oh.
But the stove will heat up the little area in there, but
Yeah, but they can warm their hands.
But
and
it's
stuff.
so wide open though.
Yeah.
It needs to be a little more enclosed, which we all work on this next summer. That's
Tough to find a guy.
it can be tough. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Impossible.
I tell you what though, I'm learning that I need to quit being lazy, and I need to bring in my tables. Or do something, because I go out there in the afternoon, they're still frozen.
Oh, frost all
There's a
over.
layer of ice all over the tables. I'm out there with a big 6-inch sheetrock drywall knife, like chiseling.
It just got cold the last couple of days. I mean,
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
that, it wasn't really cold. And then,
Now it's cold.
yeah, everything
Like-
in my truck is frozen cold.
Like this
It's like,
morning
shit, that really got cold.
at 10 o'clock when I was driving my kid over to driver's ed, it was like 17 degrees here.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was looking at my watch and I'm like, those people are going to be here in 2 hours. I sure hope it warms up. So,
Okay, I take that back. It's cold.
yeah, no, it's cold. This is cold.
I hadn't done anything this week.
Just chilling inside the house. Dude, it took him a week. He had to take a week off to do the podcast.
I did. And then it was, all right, let's do it. And it is what it is. It'll improve.
Okay, so we're looking here today at the comments. We always forget about the comments. James says Red Dot Saturday. James is gonna come help me.
He's
With
supplying the red dots.
My class, yeah, he's gonna supply everyone with a red dot.
Nice.
So it's
Nice.
Duct tape it on there.
yeah. What is the Cajun Cowboys carry rotation?
Not too much right now. It's before I didn't really have too much of a rotation. What's crazy is Canic was my gun, but the shield was my carry. So not too much. But now I don't know.
You always have your shield with you though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
a truck gun.
Was it the 40 or is it, because when I first met you, it was a 40.
now it's the 45.
It's shield 45 now.
Right.
Oh, gotcha.
I still got the 40. It's sitting on the table, but I couldn't find it one day, so I grabbed the other one.
You lost your gun.
Nah, it was in the bedroom.
Okay, gotcha.
It was in there. I'm just like, I had another one right there.
Well, let's preface this with Tarver, no kids, no small children in his house or anything like that. So it's like one big war room.
Yeah, it's
Like you look around here, and I got knives and stuff laying around here because it's the war room.
yeah.
So Tarver's house is like one giant war room.
It is.
I'm slightly jealous, sir.
Yeah, you move some stuff. Hey, look, some ammo.
That's what I like. That's awesome. I want to find some ammo.
So you don't really have a rotation, though. You pretty much carry the same gun all the time.
I carry my VP9 like religiously.
Yeah.
James, thank goodness for God's caliber. Yeah.
45.
I carry, and you can
Some
tell.
man killer.
You can look at my VP9 and you can tell it's the one I carry all the time because it's
pretty beat up.
It's pretty beat up and worn. I'm anxious to compare it to the new one when I get it, just to see kind of how wore down that bluing and stuff is. But it's that's the one I carry. I haven't carried anything else. And occasionally we'll load up like my G19 or something if I want. Like when I went to Vegas or went over to Arizona a month ago, I took 2 guns with me. And so I'll take one of those. But as far as carrying on my person, it's that VP9. A lot of it is because I love the VP9 and I don't have a real comfortable holster for any of the other ones. I need to go get one. I need to go get some other like appendix. The only appendix holster I have is for that VP9.
Yeah,
that is difficult. But right now is the time that you can carry anything you want. It's the time of jackets and coats.
Oh, yes.
And Christmas cheer.
And Christmas cheer.
You can put a deagle on your hip.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
What, you thinking about putting a Desert Eagle on your hip?
I'm thinking about putting your Desert Eagle on my hip. I've already burpeed with it once.
I tell you what, you let it get a little frosted.
You should do like a drop leg holster and wear it at your class.
Oh, my gosh.
Big old Desert Eagles sticking out.
I got one that'll carry it. I got one because I have that FNP 45 with the suppressor on it. I wanted to keep it all on there because it just looks cool. So I got a underarm rig. It hangs down when you sit down. It'll boom. It'll push your arm up a little bit, but it'll definitely hold Desert Eagle.
I got a question for you guys because I think I've shot one time, but so the FN 5.7 and the Ruger 5.7. Okay, I had someone asked me this question the other day. They called me and they were asking me about it. And I couldn't give them a definitive answer because I've only ever shot the Ruger 5.7. Never have I shot the FN 5.7. Are you familiar with either one of those? Have you shot the FN or no? Have you
never shot it?
Really?
You shot a Ruger 5.7?
The Ruger is about half the cost. I know that.
Yeah.
So as far as okay, you haven't shot it, but as far as the gun itself, if you had to choose between the Ruger or the actual FN 5.7, which one?
The Ruger.
Okay. Well, and I mean, so you don't think the other one's worth the money? You think they're pretty much the same gun?
I think it's a plastic. I mean, it's
half the price and better ergonomics.
Yeah, I think I agree. Yeah, it feels better to me.
I haven't.
I don't think it's
gone that far. I hadn't held it.
I don't think it's nearly as plasticky. I mean, it still has plastic parts.
So you think the Ruger feels more like a gun?
Yeah,
it's not.
It's got that safety where you got to use the other hand. It's weird.
Yeah.
What the FN does?
Yeah.
See, I'm not familiar. I've never messed with it. I've only messed with the Ruger.
I mean, cost aside, I still go Ruger.
And I racked the slide on it and it squeaked.
Yeah.
I'm like, ew.
Oh, that's why you didn't buy one.
That's why I didn't buy it.
Okay. Well, he sometimes watches the show. Lee.
Squeaky plastic. Squeaky.
Bacon.
I'm like, oh man.
Bacon grease.
No, it felt like if I squeezed it too hard in my hand, I'd crack it.
Really?
It felt.
Yeah, it is.
Bad.
It is kind of a
a
finicky feel to it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because
that squeak made the impression stronger. I'm like, ew.
What else does FN make besides they make a 9, right?
There's the 509. There's the FNX. There's the.
Do they all feel about the same? Because I have literally had no experience with those.
You shot the FNP.
Yeah. So you have one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think the FNs are too bad. The thing I hate about them is they're I don't know how to put this. They're really coarse on their grip. Like it's just very I don't know. Yeah, the all the texture to it is very coarse.
Okay.
So
yeah, because I know Lee, he's a guy that he listens to my radio show and he always calls me and he was asking me, and so I thought I'd just throw this out there and see what you guys thought.
Just for the price, I'd go Ruger.
Well, yeah, because it's
the safety.
It's half the price.
I'd like to shoot a P90. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
but you good luck finding one of those.
Yeah.
So the saw, that'd be a cool one.
The saw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
FN makes the saw.
Yeah.
Okay, didn't know that.
We learn something new every day.
Well, if I ever get a chance to get a saw, I'll read up on it. Well, no, I won't. I'll just take it.
So you guys ready to I know everyone's like hoarding ammo a little bit and stuff. You guys ready to we haven't shot guns in forever.
I'm ready to shoot.
I'm ready to.
Are you?
Already.
Man, I got a lot of ammo. I really do. And I don't have time. Problem is right now with my schedule. I'm having scheduling issues. And this week I really blew it. So that's why I'm here. And it's going to be rough.
Next week's going to be rough, isn't it?
I'm going to try and make it easy. Believe that. I'm in, I got the right frame of mind.
I have no doubts that you will.
Hey, everything looks good. See you later.
So I will, we need to sit down and kind of come up with the day either before or after Christmas and kind of sit down and you guys come over.
Hold up a second. James is commenting on the P90. Do you have a P90? Because if so, you need to come on by, man.
Well, explain. Okay, can you tell me some of these?
It's kind of a weird looking gun. It's got kind of like these weird lines, weird holes in weird places,
weird cartridges.
And then you've got then there's the magazine is loaded on top, it gets almost integrated into the gun. It's
really,
and it shoots to 5.7.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have one anymore.
I don't know if I believe it, but I would duck out of it too. All right. No, it shoots to 5.7, has a mag on top load, and it's odd.
It is weird.
Secret Service went to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're compact. I mean, they're kind of a SBR almost.
Right, right.
Yeah,
So
anyway,
no one's
sorry. I cut you off there.
I don't even remember what I was going to say. We just need to come up with a day and we all together and go shoot. Maybe we'll holler at Magnum, get Magnum to come over here. Get James. Maybe we'll holler and we'll get
Yeah. We could break out the grill.
We still
put some meat on it.
We still need to get a listener shoot.
You could put some corn on it.
Yeah, I'll eat some corn. You guys can eat some steak.
I'm gonna bring my 12 gauge shotgun out here, and then if a pheasant pops up,
There's a whole bunch out there. So we need to get Peter over here. We need to get James over here. We'll all show up, and we need to one of these days. I keep saying it. Nothing ever happens.
Yeah,
because we all have lives and get.
Well, we never plan it out either. So
busy.
I never plan anything out. It's pretty much a go at the moment type thing.
So you guys all ready for Christmas?
No.
Yeah, kind of done.
Yeah, you give money.
I gave out money.
He just writes checks. That's the best Christmas present.
Yeah, I was just, here's money, here's money, here's money.
Sweet.
And then it's supposed to be over, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm done with mine, which I don't do anything. My wife can take care of all that.
Okay.
I don't worry about it. And you haven't started yet?
No.
Awesome.
Oh wait, no, I did. I bought my dad like a pair of pants or something.
So do you remember our Christmas show that we did last time when I played some Christmas music with? Do we need to do something like that again, or should we do a special Christmas episode?
Yeah, but we should have like antlers or something.
Oh yeah, because now yes,
you get a shout out here, man.
Will you dress up like Santa Claus?
Oh,
I could try.
I tell you what, guys. I think. Do you guys have anything else to bring up tonight on the podcast?
Do you want to talk about that video?
Oh yeah. Explain the video.
So it's an armed robbery.
About it. I don't know where the video even originated.
But
was you out there watching?
It's like at a Dunkin' Donuts
shit instead of helmet. Look at this. I'm putting it on YouTube. Don't get clicks.
It's like at a Dunkin' Donuts or something.
What?
I don't know. Some weird shop,
donut shop,
and
brave man there.
These people are there. It's an armed robbery situation, basically. These people come. Two people come in. One guy got looked like a sawed-off bolt-action rifle to me. But,
yeah.
But
good grief.
They stick up the place. They grab the money, and as they're heading out the door, one of the, bystanders that was just a patron of the facility.
Pulls out what looks like a revolver.
Yeah, pulls out a gun and just pow, 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 and the flashlight. He's got his flashlight on, and
it wasn't a revolver then.
Just pow, pow, pow.
So
but they're just doing it as they're leaving the door.
As they're leaving, they are running. They run out the door. He's like, their backs are to him. They're leaving. The threat is leaving. He's unloading his gun. They go out the door. They run by the front of the store, which is nothing but glass windows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
and I'm like, you're shooting right through the glass, right out into a parking lot where there's probably people.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, I think he shot the wall of the facility. So who knows if that didn't go through the wall and into somebody else.
So
I'm just like,
when I watched that video, and I should actually grab that and like, maybe I did post it. Maybe I'll repost it if I haven't. But it was what, the threat is leaving, right? They hadn't harmed anyone.
No.
They went in there, they took some money, took some watches, took some jewelry,
gone,
and they were leaving. And
Let
as soon
the
as
cops handle it. That's what security cameras are for.
yeah, you're responsible for every round that leaves your gun, people.
Yeah.
Every round that leaves your gun. Second of all, I know lights on, some people think lights on firearms are a good thing, and I'm not saying they're not, but that light was so freaking bright. And this was in the middle of the daytime, that when he drew it and that kicked on, granted, he shouldn't have been taking that shot at the guy that was running away from him. But that guy immediately knew something was happening. Freaking spotlight lights him up. I mean, is that?
I mean, I can understand that if it's dark, because you can actually blind somebody and disorientate them a little bit.
This was during the daylight.
During the day, I mean,
if you watch the bad guy, you can see him go, "What was that?"
Yeah, and I mean, they're so far gone by the time the guy starts shooting. Anyway,
yeah,
I'm like, what was? I mean,
it's okay to let someone take some money that's
Yeah.
not yours, and even come up to you and take your watch, and then turn around and leave.
Looking at the cash registers, I don't know how much money's in there, but I'm pretty sure just by the size of the store and the type
It
of
ain't
store,
much.
it's probably not much.
$500.
Not really worth going to jail
Yeah.
for or losing your life for.
What
So,
city was this in?
I have no idea. It doesn't really say.
It doesn't say. It's just one of those weird, like
No.
security cam, recordings that some people just.
Yeah, it looked like
randomly
a
post up.
Subway or a donut shop or something. I
something.
don't know. It's some
Yeah.
weird little store.
But don't shoot the threat as it's running away. Just because you have a gun doesn't mean you have to use it.
No. Try and avoid shooting people.
Well, he had up until that point.
Yeah,
I mean, he stood
he was there the whole time.
yeah, he was
stood
there the
there.
whole time.
with his arms up in the air. I
They
mean,
came up
like
and-
everybody else.
So they came up to the line of people who was standing and took
I
some
thought
stuff
he was
from
coming in the store as they were leaving or something.
No. He waited
No,
for them
he's-
to turn around.
He
What a
was standing
chicken!
there the whole time.
What a chicken shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's called a tactical advantage.
Yeah, that's-
but I couldn't do that either. I tell you, I got a story for you.
Sure.
Got a social worker in Seattle. You saw her?
I don't know that I did.
They're going to get rid of cops and have social workers.
Oh, okay.
So
wow,
she
this
went
is
up
gonna
there
go
to
over well.
diffuse the situation. One of her clients, and she was diffusing it while he proceeded to stab her about the chest and neck until she died.
Whoa. So that's
So-
not working out well
Yeah,
for
they
them.
didn't work out too well,
So
did it?
there's your social workers, man. That's Seattle.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Let's
So,
send a
That
social
logic
worker.
that's the best logic to have, though.
and that's the
Boy, I tell you.
that's that whole defund the police movement,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, that's something else that when lately over the last 2 or 3 weeks, when people come in, I always ask them, 'cause I'm always curious.
What?
What has you haven't shot a gun ever? You're 50 something years old. Why now? I'm just always curious. What has brought you to this point? They're like, well, everything is going on. A lot of them are saying they want to defund the police. I need to be able to protect myself. And it's the truth. You need to be able to protect yourself. So
Mhm.
people are starting to take that into their own hands. They're afraid that defund the police movement's going to come here.
Yeah. Well, there's a certain aspect of police that we need them to be able to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we want that rare and calm down, but if the time arises, you don't want no social worker out there saying,
Yeah.
please put the knife down, sir. Oh,
Yeah.
you put it down. Once it got too bloody to hold.
Well, and they sit there and think that the cops, the first reaction is pull the trigger. It's not. A lot of times there's cases they talk somebody down,
Right.
I mean, probably
But
90% of the cases.
Due
they
to
do.
the threat that they're going to kill your ass.
Yeah,
yeah.
there is that threat.
They're-
So
Yeah.
why would you not? Even Obama came out and said that defund the police thing is not a good thing to do.
Right.
I mean, I'm not backing Obama, but man, if he says it, and he obviously understands it, then come
Right.
on. I mean,
Well, let's talk about this other story that I posted. It's about police as well. So it's not everyone's talking about defund the police, and we just talked about, you talked about police are going to show up, they're going to take care of the situation. Most of the time they will. But down in Florida man,
Florida man.
there was actually I posted a story. I don't have it in front of me, so I'm going to kind of go off what I remember. I posted it just a couple weeks ago. There was a disabled man. He was disabled. He was in his home. someone was they're trying to beat down his front door. He has a firearm. He called the police. Now this is in Broward County.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
So
man.
he called 911, and this guy that was trying to break into his house was like high on drugs.
Yeah.
He called 911, and the police weren't coming. And he keeps asking the dispatcher, "Why aren't they coming? Why aren't they coming? Why? They're at the interest of the neighborhood, sir. Well, why aren't they here? He's gonna break my door down. I don't want to shoot him. I don't want him in my house.
Perfect.
Can I shoot him? I'm gonna have a fire. I'm gonna shoot him. When can I?" And he was just really confused and
They were sitting right down the street,
sitting
just waiting.
down the street.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. They were down the street
They were
waiting.
down the street waiting.
So they wouldn't respond. They wasn't
They
like they were
wouldn't
getting
respond.
closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would not respond.
What was their reason for that?
In fact,
Probably fear of catching backlash from it.
they didn't. I don't even know if they actually gave a reason, but
I tell you what, if I got to shoot somebody in that situation, you better not come up in there talking about, "Sir, we need to ask you some questions." Get your ass out of my, get out of my face.
a bunch of other
You
people,
and the DA. Go
that
on.
guy was being so loud, beating down that door, that other people in the neighborhood were calling 911 saying,
Are you going to do anything?
do anything?
Yeah.
And
So
I
they
think-
never gave a reason why they did
No, they said that they had to stake out a perimeter.
Yeah.
That's literally what they
Yeah.
said. So my point is, I
Isn't that
think,
a school cop sue to get his job back?
yeah.
Wow.
So they ended
That's
up
where he was
they
at.
ended up catching that guy. Okay. Because I think the guy shot at him or something and he took off. I don't quite remember that part of the story. But my thing is this.
Must have needed medical attention if they caught him.
I love law enforcement. Law enforcement is great. Okay. And they're there to do a job. And I appreciate what they do. But it is, and this is not a dig on law enforcement, it is proven in a Supreme Court case. They do not have to protect you.
Right.
They do not have to.
They've taken that too far. I mean, they don't have to protect you, or you could sue them every time you're not protected.
Right.
But stuff like this,
Right.
you're not helping me. You're my enemy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of get where they're coming from, where they're getting so much backlash for any police involved shooting
Sure.
at this point.
I can understand it, but I wouldn't feel it still
Yeah.
piss me off if I was in there.
Right.
Well, what I'm getting, what my point is, get a firearm, learn how to defend yourself, because honestly, you are your first responder.
Well, yeah. And you're
Even
not,
if the police are coming,
Mhm.
that would have given, you are your first responder.
you may not have time to wait.
If
the
someone
police.
would have kicked in that window and would have went in there and there was a guy in there, what if it was a mom and two kids and no one else was there? She's got, seconds, right? I mean, a lot happens in seconds. Every
Mhm.
time I've called law enforcement, granted, I live out in the country, right? It's going to take them 5 to 10 minutes to get wherever. Even in town, it's going to take them a few minutes. A lot can happen. You can kick open the door and kill someone.
Yeah.
In
A lot can happen
less
before
than
you
a
get
minute.
to the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was my point. That was my
Okay.
story. So we hadn't heard a Florida man story
That's true.
for a long freaking
And
time.
there's some good ones too.
There is. It's like its own little country over there. Freaking weirdos. There goes
Florida, huh?
There goes all our Florida listeners.
I don't know, man. We got so many Californians coming in. I'm looking. I was looking at South Dakota or North Dakota. I'm like, it's too cold. Ain't no liberals coming out there. It's cold. It'll kill you. It's so cold.
It's cold.
They ain't coming out there. But now I'm like, those mountains in West Virginia look kind of nice. I get up there with some moonshine.
He's gonna be up there with his
Yeah, with the-
moonshine.
yeah.
He's gonna be out there harvesting ginseng.
The hillbillies and stuff. Yep.
Hey, what are those mushrooms? I can't think of the name of them. Not the.
Is that they harvest that ginseng root.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe that's what
And
I
they
was
sell
thinking
that for like big money.
of. Yeah, man, I could give me a cabin on a hill in West Virginia. Beautiful,
Country home.
beautiful.
Country. Yeah.
Yeah,
So take me home.
that's
wherever it
Virginia.
goes. Yeah. There you go.
Sit there and make me some moonshine.
We're gonna
I can do it, man.
go Tarver. He was gonna see him on some YouTube video singing, holding a rattlesnake. He's got his ginseng in his rattlesnake. Oh,
If I'm holding a snake, the fangs, he done been defanged.
okay. We got a question here. James is asking what happened to Voda. I don't know. I have not looked up Voda recently, but I will make that something that I will do, and I will
need to do a news search. See if
I will see if anyone's got shot recently in his neck of the woods. I will do a search and I will report back.
Maybe it's because of the vid. the COVID.
Maybe Voda
got the vid.
Well, last I heard, he was going into adult entertainment. Remember, he was going to.
Gosh!
Do you remember that?
I remember.
Yeah, he was going to start taking pictures and running a camera for some adult entertainment business. So maybe he got caught up in that.
Yeah, he's probably in jail.
He might be.
He's probably in there with Joe Exotic.
So we'll check it out. But I will say on the next podcast I'd like to do, I don't know who's available. I'd like to do it. I'm going to do it Saturday at 6 because I've got a guest coming in. There's a lady, the gal that she was supposed to be tonight, but she couldn't make it. Her family's doing some Christmas stuff, but she has taken lots of classes from me throughout the summer, and she has gotten better and better every class she's taking, like progressively to the point of where she started where she hadn't really shot much at all, to getting a holster, to drawing and shooting, to you name it. And now she's like shooting and moving, and she's absolutely fantastic at it now. And she has given the approval to come on the podcast. She's listened to some of our episodes and said she you want to listen to it first. And that right there, I don't blame you. She's out. But she actually has decided to come on and visit with us and answer some questions and kind of tell us about her journey and why she's doing what she's doing. So, and she's got a lot of good insight on women going to, nothing against you, but going into a gun store and how she's been treated and just in the gun community, in general. And she's got, good things and bad things to say. So it's nice to kind of get someone's opinion from that side that
right.
Us three, we're never going to get that when we go into a gun store. We're not going to, have people treat us differently necessarily. Just,
I kind of like to see the fear in their eyes sometimes. Oh man, this dude's crazy. No, yeah. So is she gonna stay for the whole podcast, or is she doing a segment?
No, I think she's gonna come stay for the whole thing.
Okay.
So I'm hoping we scheduled for Saturday. So that's what we're
gonna go into a gun store and just like grab the gun and like drop the mag out on the floor and be like, oh crap,
you got to drop the whole gun.
Act like I don't know what I'm doing, kind of thing. What's this button do? Oh crap, there goes the mag.
You need to go over there, take like a 1911 apart and go, I don't know what I did.
Nobody does. Just put it in the bag.
Do you guys have clips?
Put it in a box. I'm going to show you how to put it together.
Yeah, because I don't want to call it a mag because then they'll be, okay, he knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Call it a clip.
But until then, I think we are done for the day. I appreciate everyone tuning in to the podcast. I hope everyone's liking the YouTube live that we're doing. We've been lucky so far. I don't know, maybe all of a sudden just got a good Wi-Fi signal for a month.
It's been pretty good.
It's been pretty good. So I appreciate it. The holidays are upon us. Share this with your friends and family. Make them subscribe. Subscribe for them.
Just take their phone and subscribe.
That's the best way to do it.
And subscribe to mine. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry.
It's the Forgotten American.
Yeah. Say Merry Christmas. Subscribe to the Patriot Defense Podcast and subscribe to.
I should wait to say that till I get a couple episodes out because
you're good.
I'm worried about my schedule.
You're good.
It'll come out.
I'll put one out for you.
Okay. I'll bring the gear over and put you on it.
Look, we can do that. Look for it's called not the Forgotten American. It's just called Forgotten American. That's the Cajun Cowboys new podcast. You can find it on iTunes right now and give him a day or two and it'll be up on Spotify. But he just did an episode today and he's going to upload it in the next day or two.
Yeah, probably tomorrow.
So that's awesome. If you got any questions or comments for us, you can call me. You can text me, area code 620-794-6223. That's area code 620-794-6223. I respond to you name it. I was going to have a list of people. There was a gentleman. I can't even find it now. I forget. I'm not organized at all. There was a listener that got a hold of me. He lives 35 miles outside of New York. I sent you guys. Remember that?
You told me about it. Yeah.
I will.
Well, I'll answer a question since you're looking that up. I'll kill time for you.
Yeah.
James says we're patiently waiting for Forgotten American. There is a 15-minute on iTunes up, and it got scrambled and it was a mess and I had to try and piece it back together. So that is not going to be the podcast, but I had to get something saying hello to get approved by iTunes. So if you see that there, pay no attention anymore.
Yeah, you've been teasing for 3 months. They're keeping track.
It's
dude.
the anticipation.
It's that anticipation built
It
up.
is. So I've got this, and I promised I'd tell people when I got something like this, and I promised lots of stuff. People. It says, my name is John, and he lives in Rockland County, New York. It's about 35 miles north in New York City. So he says that he considers that he's behind enemy lines as far as the Second Amendment and our gun rights go.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm just going to read this. It says, I just got into shooting this April at the ripe age of 52. He bought a Remington 870 with 2 barrels, an 18-inch and a 26-inch, he said. He said he started immediately taking classes with an instructor, smart guy. Says he's now into his 4th defensive shotgun class, and he's decked his shotgun out with all the usual stuff. Shell carrier, full mag tube extension, red dot, mag pull hardware. He's good to go. He says in June, he picked up an AR-9 from DJS Firearms in Connecticut. He stocked up on, and he said I could share this all, by the way. So it's like, I'm not like ruining,
Not giving away anything.
Yeah. He stocked up on about 2,500 rounds of 9mm. Now he's heading to his 2nd defensive carbine class, his 2nd defensive class in 2 weeks for his carbine. He says he just turned in his pistol permit papers for his county. He says it's probably going to take about 6 months or so before he.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, we wish you luck.
Good luck, brother. Maybe
I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, he says he's been taking a class at least once a month.
Okay,
some kind of defensive shooting class once a month. So kudos. I need to get. He sent pictures of his gear, but kudos to him, man. That's awesome. I mean, it's never too late to get into it, especially he's one of many first time gun owners as of late, right? Mm-hmm. And I know I've had a lot of them come here taking classes, and he's doing the same thing, and he's in New York, man. He
is behind enemy lines.
He is behind enemy lines. So thanks for listening, and he needs to share that.
And give us I'd like to hear more of people's experience with first time classes, because I'm wondering how many people get some knucklehead like Voda and like quit.
Oh, that's that's good.
Or tactical tube socks.
So,
gotta get them leather chaps.
So what you're saying is you'd like to hear people's
experience with training, time training.
So I'm going to throw this out there. You can text me your experience on first time training. If you're a first time gun owner, that'd be fantastic. If you want, or if I read it and I like it a lot, maybe I'll go ahead and contact you. Maybe we can just pipe you in through the phone, and you can explain your experience. You can talk about it. You can be live on the podcast.
Maybe not live. Depends on your schedule. Maybe live.
Well, live.
If not,
we can pre-record something. Yeah,
we can fit it to your schedule.
So, and that's the cell phone number. You can text me or call me once again, 620-794-6223. We like feedback, and I've been getting a little bit of feedback, and people like the podcast.
Okay.
And they miss Tarver, and they're pissed off. It took him 3 freaking months.
Took longer than that.
So
I was talking about it
for a long.
Maybe I will.
We've been talking about it for a year.
Yeah, maybe so.
Okay, I think
it's my crap.
It's time for me to eat. I'm hungry.
All right.
It's time for dinner. Right?
I'd go for that.
You guys are shaking your heads. Mm-hmm. I'm like, it's a podcast. Make some noise.
That's what's happened when I get out of here.
So, okay. Well, we will see you guys next week, and we should have our in-studio guest. In-studio guest. So until then, you guys take care. Get out, throw a few rounds if you can afford to downrange, and go out and find some small primers. If you get a line on them, let me know. If it's a store that's local to you, find out if they ship. Shoot me a text, and I'll order everything I can get my hands on. Thanks. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Oh, wow. They got a